The impending Inspector General's report allegedly says that James Comey was insubordinate and defied authority. At the same time, it looks like Robert Mueller is ratcheting up his intimidation tactics. Trouble for former FBI director, fired FBI director, James Comey, as this impending Inspector General's report paints him as having had defied authority and being insubordinate. Now, there are elements of this OIG report leaking. That's why I say allegedly. We don't know if what we're seeing now will comport with the full report, but I suspect it will. This was being reported by ABC News, and I'm reading to you from a New York Post story. Citing a draft of Inspector General Michael Horowitz's report, ABC said Comey was rebuked for failing to consult. And I'm going to tell you my problems with it, because it's problematic for Comey, but it really doesn't help the Republicans, Trump. So, citing a draft of IG Michael Horowitz's report, ABC said Comey was rebuked for failing to consult with then Attorney General Loretta Lynch and other top DOJ officials before he announced the FBI completed its investigation into Clinton's personal email server. During the July 5th news conference, which we all remember, Comey said there was no, quote, clear evidence that Clinton, quote, intended to violate the law, but he called her handling of the classified information, as you well remember, extremely careless. Now, the report supposedly also slams Loretta Lynch for her handling of the investigation, especially that June 2016 meeting with Bill Clinton on a private jet. That, I've been telling you for well over a year, that meeting was filthy. It is unheard of in an investigation for the chief prosecutor to meet with the husband of the suspect without any other attorneys present. It is bizarre. It doesn't happen. It is completely improper, possibly illegal. Now, the draft report also said that Comey ignored objections from inside the Department of Justice when he alerted Congress that the FBI had reopened the probe into Clinton's email server 11 days before the election. Comey was all over the place. Now, this OIG report bothers me for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's going to make it look as if Comey tried to throw the election for Trump. By calling him insubordinate, by saying that he defied authority, it will give Trump's firing of him cover. But no one is going to be criminally charged for trying to engage in a soft coup against a political campaign, then the campaign and president-elect, and now the president of the United States. And that soft coup, of course, trying to be carried out with Robert Mueller's bogus investigation. So while I'm happy to see Comey being called to task in some way, I'm very disappointed at how tepid, how softly this is all being worded. He defied authority. He was insubordinate. None of this is really Comey broke the law. He leaked classified memos. We at OIG agree with Congress. He should be criminally referred for prosecution. We're not seeing that. And that concerns me because Mueller's team, man, are they getting heavy-handed. This from CNBC, but it's all over the place. Special counsel Robert Mueller's team is requesting that witnesses, mind-blowing, that witnesses turn in their personal phones to inspect their encrypted messaging programs. Absolutely not. So think about this. Now, I'm going to read you excerpts from the left-leaning Lawfare blog where even they despise Donald Trump over there. They're very concerned about the level of evidence Mueller has with regards to witness tampering on the part of Paul Manafort. They call it virtually non-existent. So what Mueller's team is doing here, and let me read you a couple of excerpts and we'll analyze. This is from CNBC. Special counsel Robert Mueller's team is requesting that witnesses turn in their personal phones to inspect their encrypted messaging programs. This is the more problematic part. And potentially view conversations between associates linked to President Donald Trump. And they're asking people to turn these phones in, and many are, because they don't want to be subpoenaed and have to spend more money figuring out if what Mueller's doing is constitutional. This has now gone from prosecutorial misconduct to potential criminal abuse of authority, in my opinion. Since as early as April, Mueller's team has been asking witnesses in the Russia probe to turn over phones for agents to examine private conversation on WhatsApp, Confide, Signal, and Dust, all encrypted applications, according to the sources who spoke, of course, on the condition of anonymity. Fearing a subpoena, witnesses have complied and given over their phones. This is chilling. The United States government, via an unrestricted, unmanageable special counsel with seemingly unlimited power, who works outside of the Department of Justice, a man who went through no confirmation process, is now violating, with a wink and a nod, the Fourth Amendment protections of Americans. Give me your cell phone. I want to look at all your encrypted apps. Or, hey, we could do this the hard way, or we could do this the easy way. The hard way is I get a subpoena, and it costs you another $100,000. You might win. You're probably going to win. But do you have the $100,000? I didn't think so. Give me the phone. What Mueller is doing now is disgusting. Now, this is beyond Trump, beyond Manafort, beyond Gates, beyond General Flynn, beyond Papadopoulos. This is now the Constitution. Mueller is now abusing, trampling the constitutional rights of Americans. This is such an important story, and I want to bring you the details every day. Help me do that by subscribing to our premium service at www.therebel.media/shows. Go to the App Store, download the Rebel app. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.